Hi there, it's Dr. Obidi of the Newborn Prep Academy, back again with another newborn tip for you today. And we are going to be talking about a blocked tear duct, otherwise called a nasolacrimal duct obstruction. And how does this show up in your newborn? Well, it shows up typically by them having a watery eye. Usually just one eye, can be two sometimes, and it's usually a clear discharge, not yellowish or pussy, but a clear discharge. The whites of the eyes are usually still white, but there's this constant discharge from that eye. Now, sometimes when they sleep or take a nap and they wake up, that discharge may be more goopy, but again, when you wipe it off, it typically ends up being clear again. So it's caused by an obstruction of a nasolacrimal duct. And I have a little visual here to go over that with you. So this is typically what you have in what we look like when you open up cut. So this is typically what this looks like when you look inside our bodies. You have the lacrimal duct that produces tears, which lubricates the eye, and those tears drain through those small tiny ducts into this larger duct called the nasolacrimal duct that goes from the eye all the way into the back of the nose. And so this duct is constantly draining tears, and because they are such tiny amounts, we hardly ever notice them. But this is what is responsible for you blowing your nose like crazy whenever you're crying, because tears are pouring out through that gland when you're crying into the eyes. And so those tears are pouring down through that duct into your nose, making you blow your nose. Now, in newborns, sometimes that duct isn't completely open yet. And so tears that will normally drain into the back of the nose kind of pull up in the eye. And that's where you get that clear discharge that is sort of draining from that one eye. Typically, this resolves on its own. You usually don't need to do much for it. And that is why ophthalmologists, the eye doctors, typically do not address this condition unless it's gone on past the baby's first birthday. Because in most newborns where this is an issue, it will clear up in weeks or a few months, but sometimes can be more significant or permanent. And so if it's gone past a year, they can go in and use a probe to open up that duct or figure out what's causing that obstruction. So I hope this is helpful to you. Now, I will tell you, because there is this constant watering of the eye, and people are constantly trying to wipe it or clean it or get rid of it, though your baby's eyes could get infected. So they could end up having a pink eye. And in that case, the whites of the eye will be more reddish or pinkish. The clear discharge may be more of a yellowish discharge or a mucoid discharge constantly. And in that case, you definitely need to seek medical attention to make sure that there isn't an infection going on that needs to actually be treated. But a clear discharge, usually from one eye, with your baby looking fine, no fevers, nothing else going on, typically is more of a benign condition. As always, you should check with your medical provider to make sure there aren't other issues going on that need to be addressed. Well, I hope that was useful to you. I want to encourage you to share this with a friend who has a newborn that may find this useful as well. And come back again next week, because there'll be another video here for you. Take care. Bye. Dr. Obidi here. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you found it useful. If you enjoyed it, go ahead and subscribe to the channel and click the notification button so you don't miss a new video when one comes out. Now, I know sometimes choosing the right pediatrician for your baby can be a difficult decision, and that's why I want you to check out my free resource guide. It's a simple 3-part framework on how to choose the right pediatrician for your baby. You can find the links in the description below. Again, thank you for watching, and we'll see you back here again soon.